go. Welcome back to the final game
of the National Football League
for Season 3. It's the Super Bowl. GreenBay Packers versus the Cleveland Browns. Let's see you win.
Reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. Set for football now on a rainy Sunday afternoon. And we are underway on Sunday night primetime. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their second year.
Oh, they got no quarterback.
There are a lot of quarterbacks who had
They got no
careers. Think
quarterback.
about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon, but they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. I mean, harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
They'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Back to throw. Hills. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Hills. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
19 Tiger.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
18.
Back to throw. Hills. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't been a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lloyd. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Packers.
Come on, set.
Love, they go play action now. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Matthew Golden, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Here we go, set. 10 black. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Everyone rolls into the Super Bowl saying, hey, I'm confident. I'll just do what I did before. But let's face it, you got to be wary of the jitters going into a big game like this. Super Bowl's unlike any other game you're going to play.
And now he's starting out 0 for 2. We'll see if he can rebound. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. On fourth down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out, it's the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Lucas Van Ness in there on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play. Holding him to no gain.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
He's going to keep this again. And the ball is knocked out. And the Packers pick it up. There he goes, left side. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Cleveland offense making their way out. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
He was covered by Xavier McKinney.
Looking to throw. Hills. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go. Ready?
Up the middle they go. It's Lloyd. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Go ultra. Hey.
Lloyd will score. Touchdown, Packers. So he had a nice run to get him down there.
Let go, my one back.
They go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Tucker with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They trail early on in his Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play call? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Pass taken in by goes big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hot 70, hot 70.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now
Hey!
2nd and 6.
70, Timberwolves.
39-yard line.
So that does it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 62. Back in a moment. 14-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Back to throw. Hills. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer now. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lloyd. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 2nd down in the yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll keep it on their line. It's Lloyd. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Lloyd brought down at the 20. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Here's Love. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Watson from 19 yards away. And the Packers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Check.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
he said the football is roughly a prole spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Love looking to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Love now. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped.
Down. Set.
Play fake. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On play action. Love to throw. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hey.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Hills. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So halftime now here. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, guys, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way, and I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
No gain on the play.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing. Love. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Myles Garrett able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now 3rd down and very long.
Yellow, 22, ready.
Now Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Lloyd. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That finds his receiver, Watson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. One big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lloyd. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Here we go, here we go. Hut.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Down, stay.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Packers.
Set. Hut, hut.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lloyd. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Browns' 11-yard line.
Go now. Check, hut.
Off the play fake, Love. Well, Cockrell holds it in left side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Cockrell from 10 yards out. And the Packers are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes this 35-0 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the result, a Green Bay score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 26. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Hills. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake. Hills. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's another.
Let's go now.
First down.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw. Hills. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line.
Packers 60, Packers 60. 70 Timberwolves.
First down. First and 10.
Looking to throw. Hills.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. Standing right around the midfield stripe. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
38.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw now. Here's Love. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It's been a fun one through 3. It always is. The final quarter of Super Bowl 62 is coming your way next. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting up field. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Reload, reload.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Let's go now.
45-yard line.
19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. Good coverage there. Getting a hand on it was Nate Hobbs.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Hills. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Ready, set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play. 2nd and 9.
Come on, set. Yes.
Now a handoff up the middle. Harden. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun. Love. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 35.
And the Packer first down.
Down. Black. 90. Ready.
Up the middle they go. Harden. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll keep it on the ground. Harden. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Set. Ready. Set.
Now a handoff up the middle. Harden. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And out of bounds, all the way down at the 3. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Hut, hut.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready. Alert.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense.
Come on.
And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And they'll try to run the option here. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, Sanders has it poked free. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Ready.
On first down, Harden. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harden. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Ready.
Up the middle they go. Harden. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That's going to be caught by Judy. But almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. About set to get this drive started, the GreenBay offense at the line. And they are trying to play it cool on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration
begin.
A Super Bowl
We are Super Bowl
champions. They try
champions.
to polish this thing off. And the Lombardi Trophy